Did Ashley break up for anyone else, or was it just me?
For me too.
Okay, cool. So then I can keep walking towards these horses. Maybe I'll take it for her. I'm feeling really great right now. I just found out that I'm hanging out with horses. Oh my god, look. It's a short one. So that's kind of...
I think you're breaking up, Griff.
Those sprint planning calls with and then using time to go. Oh no. Okay. Thanks for the heads up. I'll go back to my no horses where the internet is face. Okay, so my goal is to get through. My goal for the day is to get through all planning calls so that I can go back to this conference that I'm at, and then the time today, I feel like giving updates on everything, or just like on the give drop, and really probably just passing it around would be fun. Also talking about the RGIV DAO and bringing that to the forefront of awareness, because that's a major test, and also like figure out maybe some scope cleansing and figuring out what's actually a blocker for us to launch and what's not, and make sure that we're only doing things that we need to, so that we can just get this token out as soon as possible. How cool would it be if we had an economy that could pay us all next month? Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't you guys want give tokens next month instead of some like crappy wrapped XDAI or some stupid shit like that? That would be cool. So let's see what we got to do to get to that point. And I'll pass it to Mia.
Good morning. I'm feeling amazing today, waking up with the sun. My goal for today is just to take notes in this meeting and be present and be updated. Yeah, and that's how I'd like to spend our time together, just understanding everything more. And I think we've gone. Everyone's gone. Back to Donna.
Yeah, let's go through the priorities. I just put some bullet points for the important ones. Finish give mining designs, which Lauren, do you have any updates on Marco and the last?
Yeah, I went over in the community call yesterday, so it's the same. Yeah, I talked to Marco, and he's going to start working on the designs based on the modifications Willie and I made to the wireframes.
Okay, and give drop done ASAP. I know the smart contract is done, but this is...
Yeah, so I'm still trying to convince Giving Block to give me their donor list. It doesn't look like they're going to. I also talked to Gitcoin more and found the distribution for the rounds, Gitcoin rounds 1 through 3, and now I'm just getting the team and the funding league teams. So just collecting a few more data sets, and then at least the tooling is all there for us to get to the 3 million mark. But I think it'll be done by the end of the week.
Okay, and continue building relationship with One Hive and get gardens bug free. I am now connected with them more, and I'm communicating with Gabby, and I'm helping them out in the user story of buy your own token. And yeah, finalizing the give drop list and distribution amount is the same update. Finish give mining design, the same update. Proposal for airdrops. I was like, what's the proposal?
I guess
we posted on the forum this week. Yeah, this is
the proposal for airdrop. Is that what? Do you have context on that? Is that like?
I have this update. This Gitcoins get 1%, donors to Giveth get 4 to 5%, proposing 2% to the large list since it's so many people. But is it not the same as the
Oh
Excel
yeah.
sheet that you?
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, get
Yeah.
give drop done ASAP is really the smart contract deployments, not what I was saying. Is that what you're saying?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. 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 Okay. So, um, let's go for project management. I haven't talked with Fresho, honestly, but I have to connect with her and see how she's doing with the roadmap. But if you have any updates, is she doing like what is she what is she up to? Is it
Well,
like
it's the end of the month, so she'll be focused mostly on payments. I assume she won't be doing but the idea would be to do it on around the 15th of the month to really have like a nailed down roadmap with her.
okay, okay,
So I don't think it'll be this week because
okay?
she's got to help me pay everyone.
Okay, for gardens, the testing is going on, and we are raising bugs. I onboarded Danny on Friday to on how to test the gardens, and she's going to test it. And they are now deciding on how and when to implement decision voting, and um, Bowen has some problem with with that dispute, and we raised it. They haven't. This Bright ID integration has some problem that they are going to fix it, and I think with yeah, that's it for give drop. Okay,
On the Give
Bowen
Garden
has.
on the Give Garden stuff, might I suggest that we avoid asking them for things that don't that we try to encourage them to launch as fast as possible.
That's
um,
possible. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and so like unless it's a really maybe for testing, like unless it's a really something that affects us, then like directly, and would make it bad for us to launch. Let's like not necessarily. Let's make sure that if we report it, that we tell them it's a low priority and not a blocker to launch, and so
Yeah,
that we
yeah.
make sure that we're really only like pushing on them to fix things that we need.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that in the last meeting. You also mentioned that they can deploy without like decision making voting or something like that to just launch it ASAP. And for give drop, um, I know that Amin and Cherik are hacking on that for the designs to be synced with the front end. I hold a meeting on Tuesday with Marco, so everyone is on the same page. And
Can we
for the airdrop,
separate Mia, can you separate the like give drop from like smart contract deployments or something like that? Because like I think it's a little confusing. Maybe right at um propose a vote, above propose a vote. I think all that rest is like smart contract configuration or something like that, or like on-chain configuration
or
or
we have
development or something else.
development. We have a development section. We have a development section. We can copy and paste it, cut and paste it in the development section.
Okay.
So yeah. So okay. So what are the what is the update on the list? Have you got any updates from Bowen? Because Bowen's supposed to do it like yesterday or
Yeah, so
today.
Bowen found the addresses from the Ethereum Foundation multisig, which is great. Oh, there's Bowen. But I'm mostly blocking the give drop stuff, trying to get information from Gitcoin and circles and trust lines and all these other teams.
Okay. Okay, so currently we just don't go forward to that. Yeah.
Yeah, we're still gathering some teams that we want to give tokens to in the blockchain for good space. Bowen, did you have any updates that you feel like we need to make on the give drop?
I actually don't, other than the stuff that we worked on. So and like I said, sorry I'm late, but I'm here.
No, it doesn't matter. Just so that's the last update for that. For givebacks, Griff, you said probably this week we don't have any progress. I think. Okay, so we can put it in the next sprint. Can we do that or?
Definitely. The only thing that I hope that we can do this week on givebacks, it will be to get Fabio and Mohammed to just discuss things.
Fabio and Mohammed to discuss things and okay. And for give mining, we had huge progress and we have smart contracts and begin testing when deployed. It's not deployed yet. Progress on designs. Okay, this is the design. Okay, Lauren, what's the design update?
It's the same as what I said previously for the design. So like I met with Marco and he's gonna work on adding the modifications that Willie and I made to the wireframes. But yeah, we're also gonna call it Give Farm, not Give Mining. So maybe we should start that now. We could change it in the notes.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So we changed give mining to give farms. That makes sense because I was confused as well. So the development we already have the updates from the top. So the give grubs is now, the smart contract is done. The Merkel list from Amin, did Bowen, is it sorted out?
I'm sorry, which list are we speaking of?
The final drop Merkel list from Annie. Have you got like?
Oh no, that isn't going to be done until we have the list of everybody all completed and all of the numbers dialed in. That's literally the last thing that's done for the drop.
Yeah, but we have the old list for now.
Okay,
for the first test deployment.
Yeah,
and that was already tested and by Edu.
What were you gonna say, Amy?
Okay.
Yeah, I have a list. It has the address of me and other devs. I don't know. I'm not sure about you. I also added some few test accounts to that. In order to do the test, for instance, for claiming, maybe we need multiple accounts to test whether claiming is okay. So just by one account, we cannot be sure that we have tested enough. The claiming procedure, for instance. Yeah, that's it. We can create the list after. And yeah, that's simple. We have the list, we generate the Merkle routes from that, and everyone should have, and then generate, if you are familiar with the Merkle route, you should have the path for everyone.
So, do you have that old list that we used for the last airdrop test drop?
I have one, Yeah.
Bowen have it.
There is some, if I have deployed the code, you can test it. It's not fully ready, but I can share with you right now. Let's see whether, I'm not sure whether it's, Give me a second. I will send the link to you to test whether your balances include your account includes or not. Are included or not. Oh.
Well, what about the larger airdrop list that we have? Do you have access to that? I mean, the one that Edu used for the last test deployment.
I got the list from Edu. You know, he
Okay.
provided some list. I added some items at the end.
Oh, okay. So it's a big list with like thousands of addresses, right? Okay.
Yes.
Great.
Okay, so we can move forward with this with the old addresses and test it, yeah. And okay, Ashley, update some project verification. I think from here, working with Matthew and Carlos, looking at API for giving block to be represented into our platform and that Gemini thing. So how you move forward with that?
Yeah,
Ashley, can you hear me?
Mateo and I and Carlos all had a meeting where we discussed like integrating the API. Yeah, can you hear me?
Now we can.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I had a meeting with Mateo and Carlos. It seems like it's good to move forward with. The only thing that's holding us back is the Gemini thing right now. I have yet to talk to Willie and Alex, but that's on my list of things to do this week for the Gemini. And then the only other thing as far as project verification goes is the onboarding onto Trace and making your project traceable. And so the devs are working on that, and Ramin did a really good job. We just got to update the text and like the wording, the language, and then it'll go live. So that's about where we're at with project verification.
And you also worked, what about documentation to onboard contributors?
Yep, that's done.
That's done. Project addresses to link up to with DAO addresses, like Twitter accounts for others to manage on behalf. Project. Okay.
Ashley, are you working on the copy for that? Like you're gonna edit the text on Ramin's project verification thing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You want it in project verification section. You want project addresses to link up with the DAO addresses?
I don't understand what that means.
Okay, let's leave it. I think this is the thing that you raised, but
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm not understanding like what you mean by DAO address. Like, what do you mean by DAO addresses?
is it?
This came from yesterday's meeting.
Yesterday.
So it might have been my note taking,
Yeah.
but I think it was about if people can, when people can contribute or when people can update on behalf of someone else, and how do we verify so that you could go check it in certain places or go to Twitter and see that they actually are real, because they have a different address than what might have been on the project.
Yeah, so within the forum, there's a measure for that where they have to share their project from the organization's Twitter account. So I guess as long as the person who's applying for verification is able to accomplish that, then they can.
I think it's supposed to be Taoist. I think it's for because we were
think
using
that's
that
the
as
part
an
that's confusing.
example. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
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 There's I'll talk to them about verifying their project. Basically, I don't think there's any action step on this. If it doesn't happen, it's definitely
Okay.
not blocking the launch or anything.
Okay. Okay, that's all the updates. Because as Griff recommend to use our time for pre-planning and setting the next sprint priorities. So I'm going to move around everyone on each topic. They can discuss the next, what do they think is the next priority. So on the project management, I think on the project management, I can start with GIV. GIV.
As far as
Do you have
priorities,
anything in mind?
I think the biggest priority is just to make sure that everyone has what they need, and if there's any way for project management to support people in getting shit done, then let's support them. I think that's I can't think of anything in the project management space that's needed. Amin, do you have any project management needs?
No, not till now. I'm just want to the design be ready soon, and we know that what's the, maybe we can just do the pipeline, implement parts of the code and test that. We say that okay, these user stories are completed to the test. For instance, I sent a link to you, Griff. It's just in Telegram. You can see whether you can give drop or not. You can get your give drop. Maybe Donna can help us to define user stories and said please do it first and then this one and this one, and user stories be tested. And they don't want for whole story be completed and then do the test.
Okay.
Yeah. The pipeline, define the stories and pipeline them. We split all the stories in different ones and do the test after each one is tested. Each one is implemented.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Mia, do you think do you have any priorities for project management with this sprint?
No, thanks, Dana.
Okay. Pass it to Lauren. Lauren, do you have any?
I don't have anything to add.
Okay. What about Ashley and Bowen, if you have any requirements?
Nope.
Okay.
It's pretty
Not to my knowledge.
clear.
Okay. For the next thing is gift drop. So what do you think should be the next to be done in the next sprint? What are the priorities? I start with Griff again.
Sure. The big priorities are to get the all the final lists from people and stop asking people for more addresses and stuff, and just have that all done, and then to finalize the distribution to those addresses, and I think we should be able to create a Merkle drop, honestly, like a new Merkle drop list, basically. And then there's all the stuff on the forum for the current contributors stuff. So settling those 3 forum posts.
And up there before creating the Merkle drop list, we kind of need to do an audit, like you were saying before, to make sure that all of the addresses that are supposed to be there are.
Yep. There's a lot to do on the give drop this sprint for sure. Bowen, do you think you and Hannah can do that? Well, I guess
the short answer is yes.
Yeah, I guess to do an audit we would need a second audit, right? Like,
yeah,
a second person basically to make the exact same list with the same data.
Yeah, Which,
would be
I
a
mean,
good audit.
she showed me a whole bunch of really cool tools to be able to do that. So I will let me talk to her and find out. Well, once we have the list, I can talk to her and find out if she can do it, and I will try to do it too and see if our lists match. And if they don't, then we can pull in another person.
Well, if they don't, then you triage. But yeah, I feel like we should have one more person too. I think what we really need to do is just document these Excel spreadsheets a little bit better. And maybe have like each distribution have the addresses in them. So like, you know, and really like just clean it up and make it really clear, like these addresses came from here, they're getting this many tokens, and here's, you know, so I don't know, just like I think with cleaner documentation of where all the addresses came from, we would be able to do the audit, you know.
Right. Understood.
So yeah, I think that's gonna be a lot of work this sprint. I don't know if you're down.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. I mean, most of the documentation is already there as it is. It's just like basically unclear. So I guess probably when we make the list, there will just be an additional column as to where it came from. Hopefully they can be automatically generated. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, or in some way like where they're coming from, like stating where they're going or something. I don't know how you want to do it, but making it really, really clear.
I'm okay to go with that.
Okay, so Bowen, do you want to add anything to this?
I think that
I think
is
it's a huge
the list.
And Lauren, do you have anything to add on gift drop?
Not really. I think, I don't know. I think I hope that sufficiently this week we can kind of get enough feedback on the forum posts and sort of have like a clear action plan so that like all of this strategic partners, contributors vesting stuff doesn't create like a big block. But yeah, that's already kind of there.
And Ashley, do you have anything to add?
It looks to me like everything's covered already in the notes.
Do you guys want to, like, you know, we're
Okay.
doing these rounds. Can you just pass it and stop making Donna have to pass it every time?
Yeah. You can
So
pass
I think-
it to Amin.
Yeah.
Amin, you're
What?
mute.
So, yeah, I don't know. I
Do you
missed the
have any
question. What's
updates?
the question?
Do you want to add anything?
Yeah.
Drop.
Yeah,
This week's
I created the. Yeah, let's show you. Oh. Do you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. It's I have implemented a simple view of it's one of the Give Talk I give us available accounts that has it's available publicly, people can see it. I can connect my wallet. Where is that? Amen.
And
no, it doesn't work.
can you pass
I'm
this
so
link
sorry.
in the Discord somewhere? This is cool.
Yeah, I sent it to you. I don't know why it's got the link, but it doesn't work well.
Let me
Sorry,
see.
maybe I should Oh, I've not set the environment variable. I should run it in my machine. It took long time to do it. Let's run it myself. I will send you, but because the environment variable are not set, I will send the link later. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Sorry, I will set that and send to you. Okay, that's it.
I mean, can you send it to me so I can put it in the notes?
Yep. Yes. I send you.
This is super cool. I mean, I can't believe it. We didn't even have to. I thought we were gonna have to beta test on DApp nodes, like front end, but
Yeah. That's it. Let's claim. That's it. It's just, if you see, if I change, it's connected to this wallet because if I change the wallet, it will be different, of course. Wallet. Oh, this one has not been connected. Yeah. Okay. The address is changed. If you see, I check. It says that I have this amount of claim. If I go here, it's based on the APR of the current staking is here. The value is that much a percent.
19
It's
million
APR.
Gotta
Yeah,
get in
if
there.
for instance, yeah, if
I want to claim.
100. Yeah, I want. Yeah, if it's just for demonstration, it doesn't invest. It doesn't do any transaction. It just I discussed it with Lauren. Because if on the invest, we should go from another minute, and it's not possible from here. It just shows that if you, for instance, if you claim your token and invest, you will get such amount of give annually. Yeah, and these are, I have not implemented that because I don't have enough information yet. Maybe Dana can help me. And it's, and this one again, it's about give back. We should work on it. And this one has an implemented, and this is the latest menu that if you do the transaction, if you click that, it will show you transaction. And if I do that, I will get the tokens. I reject that because I need that for future tests. But you can test it with your account. That's it. You can also support another address here. You can enter another thing, but finally in this stage you have to connect your wallet to that address you have entered in this stage.
This is awesome.
You have to connect your wallet at the end to that address. You can't claim for other addresses.
Yeah.
We should be able to, on the technical side, claim for other addresses.
Really? I didn't know.
Uniswap did that on theirs. So like it's live on the code that they're running their interface from.
Yeah. So you can connect to any address and pay the gas for your other address, basically, or for your friend's address because you're such a nice person.
Yeah. Oh, so good point. I should fix that. Good point. I didn't know.
Great demo, man. That's exciting. That's going to get people really excited.
That got me really excited.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, most of the job has done by Sharik. I just implemented the Web3 stuff.
Well, that's a lot of work too.
Thank you.
Yeah, we should praise you, I mean.
Yeah, praise.
And for Garden.
So, but on that, I mean, are you going to, so you're going to get that demo out for us? Do you have expectations on us to help you test it and report issues or something this sprint?
It's not completely ready. Of course, I myself see issues that I should fix, and after that, I think that this story is completed. Of course, I will first tell Dana, and then tell in the group to please people test the give drop.
Okay, but that'll happen this sprint, right? In the next 2 weeks.
Of course, yeah. Of course.
Woo!
Okay, so let's see. Ashley, do you want anything to add, or Mia, do you want anything to add to this? So
No, thanks, Donna.
okay, for gardens, we want to, as Griff mentioned, we want to launch it at ASAP. I try to just report the worst issues that directly affect us, but I try to push them to launch it ASAP. That's it. For givebacks.
Well,
For gardens, do you have any comments? Because
yeah, I think we can like slow down on the testing basically. Like I think Donna, you probably have it on lockdown, and that we probably can just like let them launch with whatever they have, because at this point, like, it's okay if the garden doesn't work completely well. We just need it to mint tokens, and then like, within post launch, it's not really a blocker for launch other than it needs to be there. So like maybe I feel like we completed our mission of helping them test, and now I wonder if like more testing is just going to just follow through with your commitments, Donna. You said you were going to write some user stories for BYOT, even though we don't really need that.
Yeah.
Like, part of this is like building an emotional connection with them and feel like we're really helping them, So we need to, of course, follow through with that. But really, I think we can stop testing gardens and just focus on focus our testing energy on the give drop that's coming out, and other things. Just basically probably just asking them what they need to launch, and then helping them there if we need to.
Okay, sure. Okay, pass it to Lauren.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Guys, can you pass it together? Yeah.
I don't have anything additional to add. Pass it to Ashley.
Yeah, I don't have anything to add either, so I'll pass it to Bo.
I am also out of anything to add. Pass it to Griff.
I'll pass it to Mia.
Nothing to add. Back to Donna.
Amin, do you need anything from gardens?
Okay.
No. Amin's shaking his head no.
Maybe we can just speak up if we have something to say, and otherwise not pass it. I don't know, or does it make more sense to pass it?
I don't have faith in that actually surfacing needs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we pass it.
I have created token for Mitch. I made token for Mitch and Rinkby to use on the garden. I don't know. I guess we should in the next round, next deployment, we should first create garden by first, and then use that token.
Yeah.
In our deployment.
Yeah. So that's right. So this is a need that needs to be surfaced. So do we need them to change a chain ID or something? What do they need to change in garden so that when we deploy a garden, we can use it with our liquidity mining program? There was something that was wrong. What?
It was, I don't know, the one that you had deployed had the extra in its code, the network ID was hard coded XDAI. I changed it to Rinkby. So I don't know how Garden gets you the smart contract to your token to deploy it. We should update the smart contract to Rinkby number. It's for chain ID before.
Do you know? Can you actually make a PR in their token for that? I can help you
Yeah.
find where I could probably, if you need help finding. Well, you probably know better than I do where to find that. But basically, it should be aware that if it's being deployed to Rinkeby, hard code it as this. If it's being deployed to XDAI, hard code it as that. And if you can make that pull request into Gardens, they will love us forever. Number one, and also then when we redeploy a test garden, it'll work.
Yeah, it's part of Garden code. You mean not our range fee?
Yeah.
Not our Giveth token.
Yeah, it's part of. They have a garden. I'll send you a link to the repo. I think that
Yeah.
at least some starting links to hunt it down.
Okay.
If you need anything for Gardens, you can also ask me. I have access to the repo and
It's cool. I think that's it. I think we can push. That's definitely something that needs to happen though, is a pull request for the chain ID or network ID or whatever.
Okay. So for givebacks, Lauren, I start with Lauren. I think it was paused. There wasn't, but just see what you think.
Yeah,
So, Lauren.
Yeah, well, like for givebacks and the give farm both, I kind of want this week if we can, as the comms team, start working on the documentation. I think that's would be useful to have like prepared, and we're pretty much there. I'll pass it to Griff.
Yeah, the givebacks. We need to get Fabio and Mohammed to have a like a handover. I think Fabio will still continue to do data analysis with Dune Analytics, but I'm hoping that Mohammed can figure out how to, like, basically, I'm hoping that Mohammed can run a demo this sprint where it's like, oh, look at these donations to verified projects. This is how many tokens we should give to people. And understand by being able to run that demo, which already exists, understand the needs so that we can surface like the rest of the details. And I don't think it'll happen this sprint, but we need to settle on maybe we need to vote on how much we're doing for givebacks. I don't know. Right now we have it set to be 13% of the total supply, which would basically give us 100,000 give tokens to give away each round. And then there was kind of a debate on whether or not we should have the rest roll over. If we don't give away all of those tokens, then we send the rest to Gardens, or we have the rest roll over, or what do we do with it? So, like, because basically there's like 100,000 give tokens being given away this round, but if we don't reach 75% of the total donation, or like that's more than 75% of the total donations, then we'll have leftover tokens there. So do those tokens go into the next round, or do we just send them to Gardens? And I'm leaning towards just sending them to Gardens and letting Gardens like commit more tokens or something if it wants, but we'll see. So we have to make that decision. We have to decide on the details of givebacks because they're not really scoped.
Okay, so pass it to.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'll pass it to Amin.
I don't have any update for them. Mohammed has prepared the API for that. I guess everything go fast.
Okay, and I guess Amin passes it to Mia.
Oh yeah.
Nothing from me. Passing it to Ashley.
The only thing I can think of as far as priorities in this section is we're going to need like some little design things within the site, you know, like the different tooltips and linking people to documentation that kind of explain how Giveback works within Giveth.io. So maybe, you know, some of those smaller little tooltips or explanations here and there that link to the documentation so that people understand how it works. But that's the only thing I can think of, and I'll pass it to Bowen.
Yeah, I have nothing to add, and I will. Am I the last person, or did Lauren? Did you go? So I guess I pass it back to Donna.
Yeah. So let's go to Give Mining. Farm, sorry, Give Farm. Give Farm. Okay, we can start with Lauren.
And Mia, just so you know, we lowercase the first letter after give for everything.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
I don't think I have anything for the Give Farm to say. I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna try to like support and poke Marco to make the design updates, but other than that, nothing to add. Pass it to Amin.
I pass it to Mia.
I pass it to Ashley.
I guess do we think that during this sprint the Give farms will be ready for testing, or is that something that's going to have to come later, like in the next sprint?
Amin, what do you think?
Sorry, I'm distracted. Can you ask again? I'm so sorry. What was that?
Give Farm, is it like be ready this sprint or?
No, I, you know, it depends on the UI whether it's ready or not. You know, unfortunately, I have not. We have not shared it yet, completely ready. But maybe he can do the design. I cannot promise, but it's probable, but not complete. So I guess we cannot count on it, and it will be have it very completely on this week, on this sprint.
Okay, I guess that was the only thing that I would add. Then I don't have anything. And Owen, did you go? You're the last one.
Bowen passed it. I think I'm the last one. There is also, we're gonna need to settle on the final mining, the actual the actual distribution week over week. So that's a decision that I don't think that we'll be able to get it complete this sprint, but we'll probably have it proposed this sprint. Hopefully by the end of next week, we'll have it on the forum, like the final parameters, and also like how much is being distributed into each pool. I mean,
So you're talking like the rewards percentages?
Yeah, like
the wave thing and whatever each week.
Yes. So
Okay.
the current, I lobbied Willie hard, and got him to agree to a Nike swish with a wave at the end, just one wave at the end. So that's cool. And then we have we kind of have like a wave, but then we also need to decide which pools we're going into, and like maybe try to make a balancer pool. Did you have any luck making a balancer pool? I mean, I think we got blocked there, right?
No, I did that. I could do it.
You did.
Yeah, it was a little tricky. You know, the token name had made issue.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah.
But you got there.
Yeah,
Amazing.
we have it. Yeah, thank you.
That's
we have it on
amazing.
Co1. On Co1, I guess. No. See the document. Yeah.
So that's great. So then we will have a balancer pool, and we can we can push forward there. So we just have to figure out. We'll by the end of the sprint, hopefully, it will be proposed like how much rewards go to each bucket and how much rewards overall are being generated every 2 weeks.
Okay, so let's go back, go to the design. Okay, I think Lauren is the most informative person in design. So Lauren, we can start with you.
Before, I talked to Marco and he's going to be working on it, but I don't think that he's done anything further.
Okay, do you need anything in this regard, or it's just ongoing? Do you need like
Busy, but he's the one that's kind of taking it on, so.
This week we should have more Marco. Here, do you want to pass it to me, Laura?
Sure, I'll pass it to you, Griff.
Thanks. Yeah, this week we should have more Marco. I don't think that there's any holes in our design, right? And I guess I would hope that we confirm that there's just no big holes, that we at least know what everything is that needs to be designed. Like all the websites are figured out and identified so that we can check them off the list. So I guess maybe that's a project management thing, or just like making sure that we know all of the design work that needs to be done and make sure we didn't miss anything.
I guess I could actually maybe create some issues, because I did go through both. Like I went through Trace and Giveth.io and I looked at where I think everything should be, but what we focused on was kind of just representing like Give Farm and the givebacks, etc. on Giveth.io. But I didn't like create any issues, so I can do that as well. That would be good.
Okay, cool. Amin, I'll pass it to Amin. Do you have any design issues? Oh, I see him turn off his camera. Maybe wrong time to pass to Amin. I'll pass it to Mia. Do you have any design issues?
No design issues. Danny, you want to say anything?
No. I will have like with Amin and Marco and Cherik, we have meeting on Tuesday to get them aligned. I think they were working on the old design, but it is sorted out. I'm just going to make regular meetings with them to make sure everything is in place, and I pass it to Bowen.
I don't have any more comment on that. I think I'm the last person that didn't talk, other than Amin, because he wasn't here.
Ashley.
Oh, okay. Then I pass it to Ashley.
And no worries. I don't have anything to add either.
Amin?
No, I will discuss with Marco tomorrow everything that just need to understand some values, some numbers. Maybe I can discuss that with you, Griff, later about how the APR of the garden and that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
guys, I think we are on the top of the hour.
We almost got through. We almost got rid of the meeting tomorrow, right? We're so close. That's okay.
Yeah, we can start from here. After the opening, we can start from development and project verification priorities, and then we just revise it, and then we can close it, maybe a 30 minutes, maybe less meeting. And if you need to hack through anything, like, I mean, do you want to like hack the mining, the farm, or anything else that you have, you can do after the meeting. Because we will have plenty of time tomorrow, so yeah. That's it.
Well, just since Amin asked, the API of the garden will be the AP. It's the APR. It's the APR of the garden will be the same as the staking on XDAI. So like just a single
Okay.
token staking on XDAI.
Marco is here.
Yeah. Well, now it's the governance
Lauren,
meeting.
you can talk. The busiest man. Okay, so guys, do you want just pass it quickly to just close the meeting? Do you have any closing comments? I start with Griff.
No real closing comments. We almost got through the whole tomorrow's meeting, but I guess we'll still have to show up for a little bit to finish it off. Pass it to me.
Yeah.
No, I don't have anything to add. I pass it to Laura.
Yeah, nothing to add. Pass it to Ashley.
No closing thoughts from me either. We'll pick it up where we left off tomorrow. Owen?
I don't have anything to say except I'm excited for this to get the list done this week. And I'll pass it to Marco. Howdy.
Mia.
Or Mia.
Well, they're here for the governance meeting, so I think.
Nothing to say. Passing to Lauren.
Lauren already went to. I think that's everyone, right? So pass it to
Yeah.
Danny. Are you leading governance?
Yeah.
They're all in governance. We just
And
So Mia, you can give a closing comment if you have.
Nothing from me. Thanks, Donna.
Thank you so much from you for taking notes. It helps me a lot because my internet connection sometimes is just really bad. And yeah, I think it was a really good meeting. And we already get rid of most of tomorrow's meeting, but we have to just hold it for 30 minutes or something. And thank you guys for attending the meeting and for your great collaboration on everything. And yeah, that's it. So
Nice. All right, Mia, if you want to
thanks from
stop, Mia, if you want to stop sharing your screen, I can take that on for the next call.